Welcome, what is up? Thank you for tuning back into the Chaos Slayer. Of course, I'm Chris Chaos here with the 411 for Smackdown Live, Houston, Texas. Finishing up Houston week for the WWE. Smackdown starts with Shane giving out his we were this close, but we're still really good, and it is what it is. I mean, what are you going to say when you come up on the losing end, in that situation? I don't know what the creative should have been. It wasn't good, it wasn't bad, it was just kind of, you have to acknowledge you lost. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn about to get fired. Daniel Bryan saves their ass and says, hey, you know what? Let's not do that. Let's put you in a Lumbberjack match with the New Day. By the way, they made it sound like it was going to be a 2-on-3, and it ended up being a 2-on-2. I think it would have been better with the 2-on-3. In this scenario, 3 baby faces, 2 heels, it might have worked. Normally, I don't subscribe to that theory. Normally, I subscribe to the handicap match being 3 heels, 2 baby faces. But it is what it is. This probably could have worked with these 5 guys. We don't know now. Shelton Benjamin and Jimmy Uso had a really, really good match. Of course, there was all the other shenanigans that went on. But the story, I mean, I want them to keep the titles on the Usos. Who knows what they'll do. I figure that match will happen, Benjamin and Gable versus the Usos at Clash of Champions, December 17th. We'll get there. I'm going to skip over... Actually, I'm not. I'm just going to go right to it. Ruby Riott, Sarah Logan, and Liv Morgan debut. They beat the hell out of Naomi, and then they beat the hell out of Becky Lynch, which kind of hurts me a little bit because Becky's my favorite. But anyway, Becky's just my favorite person, period. So let's just put that all out there. I love that Ruby and Sarah are getting this spot. I just think it feels weird because I'm not totally in love with Liv Morgan just yet. I mean, she's growing on me very slowly. Very, very, very slowly. Kind of like a respiratory infection. It kind of creeps up on you very slowly, and then it hits you. That's probably what's going to happen here with me. I love the fact that NXT is getting... that their women are getting promoted. It's just really funny to me that Sarah Logan really had maybe 2 matches on NXT TV, and now she's on the main roster. Which, don't get me wrong, she deserves it way more than Mandy Rose, way more than Sonya Deville. Because, yeah, she only had a couple of matches in NXT, but that shouldn't mean anything as far as your WWE career goes. When you had the career before as Crazy Mary Dobson. When you bring all of that knowledge and intellect and experience with you, you just load it up and you just go where you're needed. And apparently, this is where she was needed. And you know what? I don't throw a flag on them debuting. I throw a flag on how they did it. Just because we had the whole thing last night on Raw with Paige returning and then bringing Sonya Deville and Mandy Rose with her, it's like, okay, we've already seen this. We saw this last night with 3 other girls. I mean, the WWE has 30 writers. They have 30 writers, and they couldn't come up with something different. This boggles my fucking mind. How in the hell can you fucking just think, well, we can just do the same thing we did last night and nobody will care? This is where I think WWE and Vince in particular is just screwing with the fans. Absolutely just screwing. I am completely shocked that Sarah Logan, aka Crazy Mary Dobson, is in this mix. Let's see where it goes. And then they one-upped it when they went out during the title match, which I liked. But once again, you're leaving with the same image from last night. I mean, let's come up with something different. I don't like mirror images of each other. And that's basically what this was. We're going to come in, we're going to jump somebody, and there's other ways of debuting and revealing yourself and everything else. They should have just waited to do this. They didn't have to do this tonight. They could have just debuted and been in a match. Daniel Bryan could have come out and said, hey, I just signed 3 great new talents from NXT to Smackdown Live, and here they are. Ruby Riott, Liv Morgan, Sarah Logan, Crazy Mary Dobson, but now Sarah Logan. Look, it could have been done, and that's just one idea. And that's just me thinking off the top of my head. The Bludgeon Brothers, I mean, Harper and Rowan are fantastic. They can't drop the ball with these guys. These guys can be major stars. Harper especially. Harper, because I like Rowan, but Harper is like the Shawn of the two. I'm just going to be honest with you. Unfortunately, that would make Eric Rowan the Marty. I'm sorry. In my eyes. AJ Styles and Jinder Mahal, I don't understand why we're waiting until December 17th at Clash of Champions to have the title match. Or is the WWE not going to go to India? Did they cancel all? I know they had to cancel one show because of poor ticket sales. Are they canceling them all? It just, to me, makes a whole lot of sense for Jinder Mahal, the guy that you are booking as, even though he's Canadian, from India, to have him as the champion going into the tour. I would think it would make sense, but what the hell do I know? The Lumbberjack match was just, old school matches like that. Because I grew up on Lumberjack matches. I love Lumberjack matches. Felt a little clunky because it's not your traditional Lumberjack where the heels go after the babies go after the heels. It's like everybody go after Sammy and Kevin, and nobody touch the New Day. It's weird. In story, it made sense, though, to me. And then, of course, Baron screws it up and punches Ty Dillinger, or forearms him into the face. And then they all brawl, and then Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn get the win. And, of course, they're not getting fired. And then Sammy takes a beating by the New Day, which I don't love. And Kevin Owens, I kind of feel like this is going to end up being the Kevin Owens, Chris Jericho angle from a year ago. Same story, Kevin Owens, and almost the same people. Kevin Owens just has a new lackey. And that seems to me like how they're going to make this. I don't like it. Again, let's come up with something different. You have 30 fucking writers. Let's do something different. Vince is an absolute moron. Vince McMahon, one of the men in this world that I just absolutely love and adore and just cannot sing his praises enough, right now is being an absolute dumbass. Why do you have 30 writers on staff that you are paying to do this job that is not doing the job right? And you are approving this, which makes it even worse. I don't get it. I absolutely don't get it. But hey, what do I know? A lot. Chaos out.